Okay, so it is time for our second episode of Make It Happen. My attempt to help you overcome some of those little roadblocks that you face when it comes to marketing your practice. Something that is super simple, super easy to do, but for whatever reason, you're procrastinating or worrying or stressing, just not getting it done. This week, I am talking all about posting weekly to your Google business profile. And I know this is something people procrastinate about because they stress about getting it right, don't know what to post, don't know where to post it in their Google business profile. Whatever the reason, I know there's a lot of healthcare practitioners out there who are not posting on a weekly basis or changing something on a weekly basis inside their Google business profile. So if that is you, this video is for you. So in this video, I am going to do two things. Number one, I am going to show you inside a Google Business Profile account all the different sections where you can add fresh content on a weekly basis. And number two, I'm going to give you 8 themed ideas that you can recycle. So every 2 months, you can recycle them, recycle them, recycle them. So you have no excuse for not knowing what to post, what week, each time inside your Google Business Profile. So I'm going to jump into a Google Business account so that you can see exactly where you need to be going to changing information inside your practice on a weekly basis. So there is no excuses anymore for not knowing where to go and what to post. So if you come up to these 9 little dots when you're logged into your Google account and click on it, you will come to one that says Business Profile Manager. Click that. And it will open what looks like a Google search result, but it will have in it your Google business profile here. And at the top, it gives you these very useful little buttons that you can toggle on. Now, this is the Google business profile for the foot people in Guiseley who very kindly loan me their Google business profile because as an online business owner, I cannot have a Google business profile. So here are the different areas that I just want you to be aware of so that you know where to go. So the first one is here. You can just click to edit your profile. And there's often some things in here that you can edit that might need tweaking. Your description, for example, your opening times, is that down here somewhere? Yes, opening hours might change. There might be some accessibility, something that changes, your amenities that change. So there could be something in here that you could change, not obviously every week, but this could be your once a week thing that you could come in here and change it. Say the first Monday in the month, you come in here and you change something in here. Okay, so that is your business information. It's called your business information at the top. This is where it gets a bit confusing. Here it's called your business information, but actually the button itself is called profile. It's the same thing, okay? Your reviews, if you are getting reviews on a regular basis, you can come in here to read the reviews, and if there's any that you haven't responded to, you can respond to them in here, okay? So that could be your weekly activity. Inside photos, you could upload a new photo or a couple of new photos into your profile, okay, to give people insight into what it's like inside your practice or outside your practice. This is another thing that you can do. Then you can edit products. So in here, the guys have got a series of products they've got in here, so they could come in here and add a new product. Okay, if I click on here, it's going to create a little pop-up where I can come in and write a description, give it a name, maybe put it in a category of products and add a photo here for the product, okay? And then click publish. So that's another thing that I could do. I can come in here and I can edit my services in terms of all the different services. They've done a really great job of telling Google what are the services that they're offering. But again, I could come in here and I could add more services, or I could delete something or edit something. Again, that is going to, as long as it's a significant edit, that is going to, in Google's eyes, look like fresh content, okay? Then is the Q&A section. This is something that is massively underutilized by most private healthcare practices. It's perfectly acceptable in the rules of Google for you to ask a question and answer it. So for you to come in here, say the third Monday in the month, and click on ask a question and type in your question and post it, and then click the notification that you get to respond to that question and go in and answer it, that is perfectly within the rules of Google. So you could think about a common question that your patients ask, and you could start to populate this FAQ section inside your Google business profile. Okay, and then you can add an update. Now, updates come in several forms. There is an update, which is kind of like news. There is an offer. You can make offers to your patients. So if you've got seasonal offers, or you've got an offer for to see a particular client, to see a particular practitioner or something, you can put your offers in here. And then you can have events. Now, this could be an event that you're hosting in your premises, or it could be an event that you're helping to host. Maybe it's a joint venture with another local business or something, but you can put events, significant events in here, and people will see that event on your Google Business Profile. So those are the areas inside your Google Business Profile that you can come. And remember, you only have to do one thing a week. You don't have to do all of these once a week. Just one of these in a week is going to be enough to jiggle Google to say, we're active, we're proactive, we're on here, we're running a business, we're running a small local business, show us in the Google search results. Okay, so that is inside your Google Business Profile. So in order to help you #make it happen, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to give you 8 ideas that you can, as I say, recycle over the course of every 2 months. Okay. I'm also going to give you, in the description of this video or on the page on my blog post, a ChatGPT prompt that you can copy and paste, populate with your own information, and put it into ChatGPT so that ChatGPT can help you create the content that you need for some of the categories of the ideas that I'm about to give you. Okay, so let's start with the 8 simple themes that you can use on a rolling basis inside your practice. So number 1 is to share a patient success story or to highlight a review. So you could use a review that you've been given on Google and create a post inside your Google Business Profile that says, we've received this amazing review. We're so thrilled this patient has had a good outcome. They were really worried when they came, and just tell a little bit of the backstory that goes with that review. Or if you haven't got a review, a new review that week that you can highlight, talk about a success story that you've had in your practice. And it can be anonymous. If you can actually be a bit more specific about the patient and maybe include a photograph of you with the patient when you post it, that's going to be much, much more powerful. So number 1, a patient success story or highlighting a review that you've received. Number 2 is a special offer or a service highlight. So remember, inside your Google Business Profile, there's an area where you can add a post, and one of those posts is an offer. So you could go in there and you create a seasonal offer, could be something to do with Mother's Day or Christmas or Easter or back to school or whatever. If there's a relevance to a holiday to your practice, then use those seasonality things to really raise your profile and give you something to talk about and create an offer around that. Or you could choose, if there isn't anything seasonal going on or it's not relevant to your practice, to highlight a specific service that you offer. So think about a treatment modality. So, and because if you think about pathology and highlight a pathology, you might have 5 different ways of treating that one pathology. And you've wasted 5 different posts that you could have created inside your Google Business Profile. So take the pathology and think about how many different ways could you treat that, and then use just one of those as that week's post and highlight how you deliver it, how effective it is, what kind of outcomes you get for your patients when you're using that kind of treatment modality. So number 2, special offer or highlight a treatment, a service highlight. And number 3, people love a good behind the scenes post. So create a post about something behind the scenes, whether it's a makeover of a room, whether it's a new piece of kit, whether it's something fun you did in the practice this week, whether it's somebody's birthday, whether you're celebrating a significant event for a patient, whether somebody brought their dog into the practice. There's all kinds of really nice, light-hearted, warm things that you can do in terms of behind the scenes that will help people see that you are trustworthy clinically and you are good-hearted people. So number 3, behind the scenes. Number 4, a team spotlight. Now, if you've been around in my world for a while, you will know always my first recommendation for any practice when they're thinking about offloading some of their work is to take on an admin person. So if you have got even a remote working call answering service, you can still use this feature. So you can create a spotlight on you. If you're the practitioner, create a spotlight on you. It could be something fun you did, a great dog walk you went on. Think about the things you have in common with your potential patients and create a post that is something you've done that it could be something they would also do. So there's a sense of commonality, okay? And then if you've got a virtual call answering, do a little spotlight on somebody that might be answering the calls on your behalf. Or if you've got somebody who's doing some virtual admin support for you, do a little feature on them. And then even if there's just the 2 of you, you can toggle every 2 months, you do a feature on you, the next 2 months, you do a feature on the other person. And so you're only going to do 3 posts a year. 4 posts a year, sorry, on you and 4 posts a year on that person. So that gives you plenty of stuff and it's not to write about and it's not going to feel too repetitive. Number 5, educational tip, always add value. So is there something you can put inside your Google Business Profile as a post that is going to help you add some real value in terms of educating your patients, some self-help, some preventative, some top tips on how to do something? Those kind of things are always well received and give you some good traction inside your Google Business Profile. And what that could be is if you have created a blog post or a video on that kind of educational material, the post can be about your blog. The post can be about your new video on your YouTube channel. All right. So think about some educational stuff. Number 6 is FAQs. We've talked about how you can use the FAQ section. So once every 8 weeks, go in and create a new question that you can then go and answer. And then it will start to build out that FAQ section for you in your Google Business Profile. Number 7, an upcoming event. Is there an event locally that you might be attending? Is there an event that you think your target audience might be interested in? Is there an event that you're running? Is there an event that you're running in collaboration with another healthcare provider or another local business? If so, this is where you can talk about that event, shine a light on it at least a week before you are going to do the thing, okay? So that people can put it in their diary if they want to come along. And then number 8, is that 8? Yes, number 8 is news. What news have you got in your practice? Have you got a new practitioner? Have you got some new branding coming out? Have you got a new service that you haven't offered before? Have you got a baby in the practice? Have you got any kind of news that you can give? If you can make the news clinical related, it will start to differentiate these from the kind of behind the scenes stuff. So if you can make your news about, you create a news story around something you went to locally that might not be an event you would invite patients to, okay? So that's it. Those are 8 themes that you can use on a rolling basis. You've got 8 themes. So once every 2 months, you can repeat that cycle. repeat that cycle, repeat that cycle. And so you have got no reason at all to be struggling about what to refresh on your Google business profile every single week. And just as a reminder, in the copy below this video, either in the video description or in the blog post, you will find a ChatGPT prompt that you can use to copy and paste into ChatGPT that will help you create some really unusual, engaging content for each of those kind of posts. Okay, that's it. If you are struggling with anything in terms of making it happen in your business, let me know, because I can do another video like this just for you. In the meantime, please, if you would like to see more of these videos and you're watching this video on YouTube, please like and subscribe, click the bell so you will see more of these kind of videos in your feed. In the meantime, if you have any questions, use the questions at the bottom of the page or below in the comments of the video, and I will get back to you soon. Until next time, stay curious.